Hello everyone, nubkeks here, fresh out of the shower, hooray! And we've got some news for you. I don't have that lunchtime shower, but yeah, we've got some news, and obviously we're coming hot off the heels of the Fusion reveal as well. Make sure to check out that video if you missed it. This video should be nice and quick, really, just to cover these main bits. But there's going to be 3 events on the 17th of October. That's in 2 days' time, this Friday. So, first up, let's go to a nice purple color instead, maybe. We've got 2x epic and legendaries from Voids, pretty much as expected. Overlapping that, a 10x for Shredder. So, pretty cool. This is obviously going to be part of them. I can bring it up over here. Give me a sec. Yep, here we go. So, if we look at Plarium Play, this will be the Champion Chase tournament that's happening this weekend. It will be giving you pizza points. So, if you're going for April, this will be part of the Ace Reporter Titan event. We can see all of the events up until like Monday, and obviously we still have the Monday itself. Well, we can see some of the events, the Classic Arena Gear Enhancement carrying over to Monday. We will still have events for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and then Friday morning that are going to be part of this Titan event. So there is still room there. We just double check the news. Ace Reporter Titan event. So in the third part, there's going to be 150 pizza points during the third part, which says that there's not going to be many events there. It's going to be pretty minimal. So this is like the last big hurrah. It's going to be pretty minimal there. Which, yeah, is interesting. There's no Leonardo stuff happening here. The third part of this event is during this tournament. You can get a perfect soul for Shredder. So if you're level 41 to 41, it'll be a 3-star perfect soul with a low requirement. 42 to 60, 4-star, and 65 to 100, 5-star. Honestly, I think being 42 to 64 should be pretty decent. That's probably the ideal place to be. 5-star for Shredder, not really a big deal. You probably are running him with Lightning Cage to protect his perfect veil buff, which will up his chance to evade. I think, does it up his chance to evade? No, I guess not, but it's just going to give him survivability. It makes the rest of his moves a bit more effective. If you get 5-star, you're getting bonus resistance. You're not building him with resistance. Not really useful. Bonus accuracy, I mean, maybe. So his stuff is only irresistible if he has Veil or Perfect Veil. So, yeah, I mean, a bit of accuracy might be a little bit helpful, but I don't think it's a big deal. You're really getting the 5-star just for the extra blessing effects. Now, the 4-star is really big. That extra crit damage is really nice. The 3-star is decent as well, right? You're building him at lots of HP. The defense is going to help him survive decently well. I mean, there's lots of ignore defense stacked in Arena, but still, it does help a little bit. So when you're building that much HP, a bit of flat defense on top is quite solid. So yeah, look, 1-star soul is good. 3-star is nice. You get a stronger blessing. 4-star for the crit damage. 5-star is quite a luxury. So yeah, chasing for these, you have to win, by the way. You have to take first place in the tournament to get the soul. There's going to be 50 players. But yeah, there you go. It's going to depend, right? You had to win Shredder from a champion chase. So if you did, you might be in a pretty tough group because you'll have done a lot of points in the previous champion chase. And I think that they do take that into account when assigning tournaments. But still, if you don't have Shredder, you're not going for this. Let's be honest. You're only going for the soul if you have Shredder. And it's not even that crazy essential anyway. Like I said, Shredder he's a good champion. He's solid. He's like a 4 to 4.5. He's like an A tier champ, maybe A plus. He's like, good damage. He does particularly good damage when people are all dead. But I find he's a little bit unreliable, I think, to stay alive. Yeah, he's a little bit unreliable at surviving, and his damage is good, but not bonkers unless lots of people are dead. I think he's good, right? He's an A tier. He's a good damage dealer for Arena, but there are just so many damage dealers for Arena. So, yeah, there you go. I'm going to be pulling for this anyway with my voids. I have 60 voids at the moment. I am going to be pulling for this, and I'll probably be trying to throw in Broadmaw fusions along the way because we are pulling for voids. I've got, potentially, I can work on these during champion training, get my champion training points for the April Titan event. And yeah, then if I get some of these fellas, Rock Breaker or whatever he's called, Rock Beast, I don't know, I can potentially fuse several Broadmaws and make the champion chase a lot easier for myself. But yeah, I don't mind pulling a few voids. Maybe I get lucky, get the shredder. Probably we don't. Like it's probably about a 15% chance off the top of my head, roughly. Maybe 20%. I don't think so though, that you would get shredder during the 10x. Bear in mind, by the way, you cannot normally pull shredder only during these boosted events. And of course, he will permanently be unavailable once the turtle collaboration ends. I think the only concern, so this event, we've got a really good fusion coming up, really solid looking. So obviously, you're not going to have a 2x voids during that fusion. It's most likely going to be 2x ancients, which is great. That's really good news. Um, so cool. But oh yeah, also there's 300 pizza points in here. So again, if you're going for April, the maximum you can skip for April is 50. So you have to do this. But yeah, what was I saying? Okay, yeah, it's probably 2x Ancients, probably for the Halloween fusion, which is great. But you will have Summon Rush events in there as well, at least one. So yeah, the Void Shards would definitely help you at the Summon Rush for the fusion, but you probably wouldn't be pulling them for the Champion Chase. But there is that to bear in mind. You know, if you're going to pull these shards and it will put you at risk of the fusion, that's kind of bad. So yeah, 2x Voids is always a good event. It's good. And the 10x Shredder, I think, is good. So it's solid, but you could play it safe and save up for the fusion if you're a little bit worried about that. Then the other big concern would be, I think it's pretty likely it's going to be a hero's path for Leonardo. I think it's pretty likely. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen before the fusion, though. It seems like it's going to come in maybe after the fusion. It might be, bang, the last few days of the event dungeon. We still have 3 weeks on the event dungeon. I mean, it's pretty tight. It might even be during the fusion. We could have a path for Leonardo. I think it's most likely to be a hero's path, which will most likely mean all different shards will count and will work. But we're not certain. They could potentially say Leonardo needs 150 void shards. That's the only way to get him. It's possible. I think it's unlikely. They leaked that it was a path before, and all of the leaks for the April Titan event, for the Raphael Deck of Fate, including the names of the events, were the same. So I'm definitely expecting Swordmaster path for Leonardo. I expect it's going to be summoning shards, and I expect it's probably going to be like champion training as well, probably. But we'll see when we get there. It's all guesswork. But yeah, I don't think you'll probably endanger yourself from getting Leo too much from this. Again, unless you're really low on shards, you know, void shards are good for doing Heroes Path events. So you might want to save those as well. So that's sort of where we're at. It's looking to me like Leonardo is, I think they said it could be any time up to like the 10th or 11th of November. So yeah, it's looking like Leonardo might be during the upcoming fusion or hot on the heels of the end of it. I could definitely see that, the fusion ending on a let me bring up a calendar. Hang on. Yeah, so I think I broke down this calendar in a recent video. But yeah, seeing as there's, unless they could do a Leo path, you know, next week, overlapping what's likely to be personal reward CVC before the fusion starts. Sorry, it would be over here. They could do it here and have it not have Titan event points for April. That could happen. It's still possible. You could have a Leo path for personal reward CVC. I think alternatively, so the fusion is starting over here. It will go through this weekend, and then it will end over here. I think the most likely point at this stage, looking at the Leo path, considering they said, oh, we can run it all the way up to like the 10th or 11th November, possibly directly following the Halloween fusion, it could be Heroes Path right here. Bam, bam, bam. And then maybe there'd be like a Titan event for the soul for the fusion. I don't know. Often they would run events as well for the fusion soul. Kind of tricky. I mean, the most common is usually like a hero's path, but it could be anywhere. She could be in the Leonardo path as well, the soul for the fusion. Who knows? But I'm guessing this is where we're at. It's probably going to be, you know. So here, where are we? So we're right here on the 15th. We got our 2x void. Let me hang on. Make this better. Okay, we'll do it up here. You can tell I'm straight out of the shower and I hadn't planned this at all. But okay, so we are right now. We are here. That's cool. So we've got like 2x voids is going to be over here like that. And then we should have, Summon Rush, which should be part of the fusion. So I think the fusion starts over here. Let's put big F for fusion. Sorry, it's yellow. And that likely is going to run like so. Probably over to here. And now we know that actually the let's do it in green for turtles. I think the turtles actually ends over here. So I think most likely is this Leo. Let's put L question mark. Is this where we get Leo? I think is the most likely thing. And I think that this is likely to be 2x ancient. 2x ancients right here, I think, is what we would see. We got 2x voids this weekend. We should have the fusion starting with a summon rush. Then we should have probably 2x ancients during the fusion. It is at Halloween, mind you. Literally, it starts on Halloween. So they could do anything. They could do 2x for all shard types. They could be like, it's surprise, it's 2x primals. They could do anything. We really don't know. I think we probably see the Leo path bang at the end. But I don't know. I don't know for sure. It's impossible to know for sure. But there you are. One thing I'm also thinking, we actually have a summon pool for Shredder as well. Probably a lot of people, decent chance to get Shredder this weekend, right? If you buy any Prism shards, decent chance. Well, not decent, but chance for Shredder. 2x, 10x for Shredder. This feels like it's definitely the last big push for Shredder. I think there will be a last big push for Leonardo. I expect it's over here, but we'll see. We don't know for sure. We just don't know for sure, but that would be my guess, is that instead of the summon rush right after a fusion, it will be Hero's Path for Leonardo, and it will be essentially, summoning shards. And it might have like 15x for all the different I could see that progressive event for all the different turtle champions. Big final push. Hero's Path for Leo, 15x for like Ancients, Primal, Sacreds, all the turtles, and April. Maybe even throw in a 15x for Shredder. Big last hurrah. Get a guaranteed Leo. Chase your 15x as well for the turtles. Maybe a Leo soul in there as well. Heck, they could go crazy. They could put 5-star souls for every single turtle in there. They could do whatever the hell they want. They can go mental. I think that's looking likely to me. That feels right. Now that we are a bit further on, I did a version of this earlier where we really guessing, like, would this be a deck of fate? Turns out, yes, it was the deck of fate right there, 2x voids. So pretty much stuff going as expected. But yeah, this is where before I thought the turtles ended here, but Plarium said, no, the turtles are ending on the 10th and 11th, which is interesting, which means that this, which was formerly a question mark, is now, I think, that is now switched and has become okay. That becomes the most reasonable spot for Leonardo, which is cool. So there you go. Again, I did a video yesterday chatting with YST, and I was really concerned that this April Titan event would have the Leo path in it. That was the original plan, in fact. I'm actually glad they changed it. Now that that's seeming pretty clear, now we've got some info. It seems extremely unlikely the Leo path is almost impossible to have Leonardo be part of this Titan event, which was the original leak. And that's much better than the original leak. Why? Well, very simply, like, if you got lucky and you pull Leonardo, I chatted about this in yesterday's video at YST. Make sure to check that out as well. It was a pretty interesting discussion. But it was that concern that, oh, what if I got lucky and I pulled Raphael? And what if I got lucky and I pulled Leonardo? Or I didn't get lucky per se. What if I spent hundreds of real life monies to get Leonardo or Raphael, and now we came along to an April event, and to get my guaranteed April, I'm kind of almost forced into events to get another Raphael or Leonardo. Looks like that's actually not so bad, that they've changed it, and Leonardo's path is not looking to be part of this April thing at all. So that's good. It's only 100 points in the Raphael thing, which is still a bit awkward. If you got Raphael already, you're sort of forced to skip these 100 points or have a duplicate, which is not very useful. So you kind of have to skip it. Doesn't feel great, but it's not the worst. Definitely a massive improvement, I think. But yeah, check out that video for that discussion and get the context and what's going on there. But I will say it's actually looking okay. I was definitely expecting Leo to drop during this Titan event, and it looks like he hasn't. So there you go. Anyway, that's the news. 2x voids with 10x Shredder this weekend. You could chase the soul. Hopefully you'll get a tournament group where people aren't chasing it if you are someone who owns Shredder. Yeah, it would be nice. Like if they put the same 50 people from the Champion Chase tournament into this one from the Win the Shredder. It was like a 1 in 50 group. It'd be nice if they put the same groups together so that that person could just get the Shredder soul. Probably not happening. But yeah, I don't think it's a super high priority soul, but it's obviously nice if you can get it, and hopefully you're not fighting against other people who want it. But there is, it is a good void event. Just watch out, you know, it might hurt the fusion a little bit, but not too much. It might hurt your Leopath a little bit, but again, I think not too much. It is still a good event. I'm doing it for the April Titan event points because I am still going for April. If you're skipping the April Titan event, I think you can absolutely skip this event. Like, you know, does it hurt you that much to wait 6 weeks for the next 2x voids? Not really. You know, it's not that big of a deal. And the next 2x voids, there's a decent chance it would be part of a fusion. So, yeah, no, not a big deal to wait a little bit longer. But yeah, there you go. That's what I think about that. Let me know what you think about all of it. Do you think I am right? Is this updated prediction, considering the new info, now correct? This is my best guess. Again, to reiterate, it is a guess. This stuff is, apart from the stuff that's obviously been announced, there is still guesswork involved as to exactly what's happening. But I think it's looking like pretty solid predictions at this point, I feel like. We could have Leo at any point, but I think this is the best place for it at this stage. Let me know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.